Hello, 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 everyone. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and I am Jay Lee. Thanks so much for checking out my review today. And sorry, I'm having messages pop up on my thing. Thank you for checking out my video today. This is the review for Love and Hip Hop after it was on a little bit of a hiatus due to the Memorial Day weekend. So let's just get into it. But as always, first things first, if you have not done so already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You just hit the little subscribe button and it lets you know when I have a new video. And I actually just hit 100 subscribers today. I'm very excited about that, considering I started off with 2 subscribers when I started doing my videos back in April. And my 100th subscriber was actually my brother. So shout out to my brother, Earl Lee. You know, brother. I call my brother. So yeah, it's weird when I say his actual name. So yeah, so I'm happy about that. But I still love new subscribers. You can also share my videos and always like the video. Thanks. So let's just get into this episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now, you know, everything runs its course. You know, eventually your gas run out of car. Eventually your car runs out of gas. Eventually the food in your refrigerator spoils and you have to throw it away. I'm at the point to where Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has run its course. I mean, the storylines are crappy. That it's just so stupid basically at this point, but it's ratchet entertainment at its best. So you know, whatever. This episode wasn't even really much to talk about, honestly. So I'm only covering a couple of things this particular time, even though the preview for next week's episode looks like I'm going to have a lot to say. Let's hope I have a lot to say next week. You know how sometimes they show previews or something and they show all the good parts in the preview and you watch it and it'll be some bullshit? Let's hope that's not the case. So the couple things I'm going to go over is, you know, Kirk and Rashida and this whole baby situation and, you know, the DNA test or whatever. So for me, you know, watching Rashida in her little clothing store, which I hear is very, very popular in Atlanta. And the dude walking around just all willy-nilly. First of all, the whole scene looks staged because he in there with a mic on. So I'm like, I know they always say for reality TV that sometimes you'll know you're going somewhere to shoot a scene even if you don't know what the scene is or who's going to also be during the scene. So I'm assuming that she didn't know it was going to be him, but she knew it was going to be somebody. Because, you know, as we see, the Kirk's mistress, the girl, chick, yes, notes, Jasmine's ex-boyfriend, Logan, comes strolling into the store. Now, the fact that he looking around the store, to me, means they was like, okay, go into the store and start shopping and then walk up and talk to Rashida. If it was me and I'm going to confront, you know, the wife of the man who the chick I was sleeping with, I'm not trying to go to the store and fake the funk at all. I'm walking like, what up, bitch? Well, I'm a female, so you can call her a bitch. But, you know, what up, homie? What up, girl? What up, whatever. But the whole, you know, can I help you with something? Oh, no, I'm just looking around. No, you wasn't, bruh. You looking for her. So, you know, when he said, well, yeah, I'm Jasmine's ex-boyfriend, it's like, what? It's another boyfriend. Okay, beside the other dude who was in prison. So, Jasmine Cootie Cat gets around town because these is at least 3 men who is up in her cootie cat. But, you know, when he comes up and he's like, well, yes, I'm her ex-boyfriend. You know, she was pregnant. I thought it was my baby, but she told me she had an abortion. But then next thing I know, it's the baby pops out. And she's saying the baby is Kirk's. You know, so one, I don't get how people just have strangers come up to them with information. For me, that's weird. I couldn't be a person who's famous or on a reality show and people can come up to you, don't know their motives. It could be a setup, it could be a lie, it could be a plethora of things, but we know this is just a part of the TV show. So even though he showed a picture of them two, of him and the girl Jasmine, from when they were dating, you know, when they show Rashida talking to her little confessional, and she's saying, well, since Kirk won't do a DNA test, let's just, narrow out the possibilities. Bitch, first of all, if your husband won't do if your husband cheated on you and he has not done a DNA test, why is he still your husband? Why is he still your husband? My thing is, everybody not perfect. People do make mistakes. I'm not a person who think if you cheat, everything should be over. Now, if you are, because it's a difference between between someone who cheated and being a cheater. Kurt is a cheater, so I don't know why him and Rashida are still married. But I do get marriage is hard. You can't always give up. But if you out here fucking bitches raw, you don't want to be married, homie. Especially not to me. So my thing is, I don't get why Rashida is letting Kirk off the hook with this. I shouldn't even have to ask you for a DNA test, and I shouldn't have to depend on another man who could be the daddy to go get a DNA test just to see if he the father, and then, okay, it might be you, my husband. Bitch, please. Me and Kirk would have been down to the lawyer's office standing at least separation papers, because you on some bullshit, and Rashida is plumb stupid to just let not make Kirk, not even make, you shouldn't have to make your husband prove that he ain't the father to someone else's baby. Like, I'd rather be single the rest of my life if that's what I had to deal with as a woman in a marriage. And I know that's not everybody's marriage, and I just don't see why Rashida puts up with it. To me, it's just stupid. So, that whole point, that whole thing was dumb and aggravating. And even with Rashida talking to Candy and saying, when this other guy came up, like, I don't see how Candy as her friend didn't say, Rashida, fuck Kirk. That would have been my spiel to my friends. Fuck Kirk. If your husband cheats on you and he won't get a DNA test, bitches, fuck him. Let's go, bitch. Let's go. Would have been my thing. If any of my friends person cheats on them, I'm not going to initially tell them anything of what to do. You are a listening ear. But when my friend is telling me, girl, he won't get a DNA test, and that's when I have to say, okay, you know what, let's be honest. Fuck your husband, okay? So, for her to tell the boy, go get a DNA test and then come back to my store and then we'll talk. For what? Because if he the daddy, that don't have shit to do with if your husband is the daddy. You shouldn't have to hope that this man gets a DNA test and he is the daddy in order for you to exclude your husband as the father. Even if that excluded my husband as the father, we get a divorce solely because you wouldn't get a DNA test in the first fucking place, Kirk. Oh, bald-headed bastard. Sorry. Next up, Mimi, and Melissa, that's why I say this TV show is run its course. Mimi, you mad because you used to fuck with Melissa, and Melissa also used to fuck Aryan, and probably is fucking Jocelyn, so all of y'all cootie cats done been mixed together, and it's a goddamn cootie cat salad. What is you mad now for? Everybody know in Atlanta, supposedly, everybody do whatever and it's whatever. So, what are you upset for? Why are you mad at her? Okay, you upset because she's friends with Jocelyn. Well, bitch, you knew that beforehand. She didn't just become friends with Jocelyn. She been friends with Jocelyn. That's not something new. So, my thing is, you being mad at Melissa is your storyline. Because other than that, you have no storyline. Your whole storyline is, you mad at Melissa because she's friends with Jocelyn. You and Jocelyn don't get along. And you telling Stevie to keep your daughter away from Jocelyn. So your whole storyline is tied around Jocelyn. I need you to do something else, Mimi. I need you to do whatever you need to do to get something better on this damn TV show. Because it was so aggravating. I loved... I'm going to say that for last. Waka and Tammy. Karlie. So now you and Caesar is a couple. First of all, Karlie's too old to be swapping out penises. Every season is a new penis that she's hanging on to. And I just don't like how, I don't get it. I don't. I just don't get Karlie's, but she stays with some kind of storyline. Whether it's her beefing with Jock, her and Jock's other baby mamas, it was her in life, her and Jocelyn's issues, her, Karlie Redd is an old trick. And when I say trick, I don't mean as in she's in these streets tricking. I mean she got tricks to make herself stay relevant on the show. Because she always has some kind of a storyline. Even if it's just her being messy, she's still always in the mix some kind of way. Even though it aggravates me. I don't believe her and Caesar are a couple. I believe they're both using it as publicity. Seeing as they're both on a VH1 show. I believe they are sleeping together. True. But are they going to be... Because my thing is, if that show, man, you see how when they had Dime and her dude, they had a whole little scene where they're walking, they're talking, as any couple do. The fact that they brought they brought Caesar up, and Karlie was like, "This my dude," and only thing that Caesar said was, "Hey, I'm Caesar," and shook Jock's hand. It ain't real, because usually if a person is the castmate's other half, they at least say something. They might say what time it is. And you saw Caesar in the background as Jock and Karlie Redd kind of going back and forth or whatever. He just standing around looking at his fingernails. So I'm like, clearly they not a real couple. And they're using it as publicity. But hey, you got to use what you got to get what you want. So, hats off to them. I like Dime and her boo. I do. I believe they're engaged. I heard that they got engaged before this season actually started. So congrats to her. Karlie twerking in Jamaica. Don't do that no more. That's all I'm gonna say. So lastly, Tammy and Waka. Now see, I like Tammy and Waka. Tammy and Waka, for me, is love and hip hop. Because, he's a rapper. She's his wife. They've had their issues, but they've overcame them. They have a whole little family thing. For me, that's what love and hip hop should be. A real couple going through real issues, and one of them, either the wife or the husband, is in hip hop in some form or fashion. I like that, they've overcome his cheating situations, because he, as a man, let his wife know he fucked up, and how he had to make her feel secure in their marriage, and how he was able to do that by stepping up to the plate, admitting to his faults, because ain't nobody perfect. He fucked up, but he luckily realized what he had done before he had lost it all. Kirk and Rashida, Kirk out here fucking whoever, and it don't even matter. So I love Tammy and Waka's scenes. He's back home. It was kind of funny. He bringing his clothes up to her closet, and she like, the clothes can come up here. Her, admitting that she's really been in the studio working on her music. Love and fucking hip hop. So I'm hoping next season takes a turn, and it gets back to the love and hip hop, the Tammy and Waka Flocka flame of it all. That's what I prefer the show to be. All this other bullshit is just aggravating and frustrating, and it's just, it's just stupid. So that was my review for Love and Hip Hop. Now the scenes for next week, because of course we see at the end how the women went to Jamaica to, woosah, and that's a good thing. So Tammy's there, Karlie Redd's there, Mimi's there, Dime is there, all the ladies is there. The guys decide to, show up because all of their ladies are there. So you do see the preview of things coming next week, and I am excited for that. So that is all for this review. Hopefully you liked. Please like my video. Please subscribe to my channel, and please share my video. Until next time, peace.